Learning about agriculture. Hello students. In nature, many plants grow naturally. Their seeds are dispersed naturally in the wild. Fruits growing on trees burst open on drying. The seeds in them are carried away by the wind and water or by animals and scattered here and there. In favorable conditions, they take roots and grow into trees. Seeds of the trees, like the banyan and peepal, are dispersed through the droppings of birds. Things like the remains of dead animals, dry leaves, droppings of animals all get buried in the soil and are transformed into manure. Seeds take root easily and plants flourish in such fertile soil. Rainwater helps their growth. Thus, plants are nurtured by nature itself. Man observed nature and learned to cultivate crops. Long ago, there were thick forests on the earth. It was man who cleared these forests to make place for its own use. As he learned that plants provide food, he began to grow them. He learned to grow a variety of crops to meet his food-related needs. He also studied plants and developed the science of agriculture in order to maximize the produce of the land. Agriculture for food crops. Today, agriculture produce includes staple cereal foods like rice, wheat, bajra, maize, ragi, etc. and pulses like chana, that is Bengal gram, moong, that is green gram, udid, that is black gram, tur, that is arhar, masoor, that is lentils, matki, that is moth beans, etc. Oilseeds are obtained by growing groundnuts, sesame, that is til, sunflower, safflower, that is kardai, linseed, that is javas, and soya bean. Vegetables like cluster beans, that is gawar, brinjals, snake gourd, that is padwal, bitter gourd, that is karle, chakwat, fenugreek, that is methi, country sorrel, that is chuka, colosacea, that is aloo, are also grown besides fruits like mangoes, guavas, chiku, jackfruit, oranges, pomegranates, bananas, etc. As the demand for flowers has grown, floriculture has gained importance. The flowers grown include tuberoses, roses, marigolds, as well as some foreign varieties of flowers. The use of plants for medicinal purpose leads to the farming of serpentina, gulwal, asparagus, etc., while jute, hemp, cotton are grown for their fiber to make the yarn. Plants like ranbhendi, parrot tree, jatropha are now being grown as alternative source of fuel. This is called energy farming. Fuel is also obtained from wood and the bagasse of sugarcane. When these plants are grown commercially, they are first grown in nurseries and the seedlings are then transplanted at their proper places. Greenhouses are used in nurseries and floriculture. Nowadays, there is awareness about tree plantation in view of the large-scale cutting of trees. Trees like teak, eucalyptus, subabul are being consciously planted. Agriculture practices. All that is done to obtain a good harvest, right from preparing the soil, using good seeds and fertilizers, to protecting the crop and storing it properly, can be termed as farm work or agriculture practices. In our country, agriculture is carried on by traditional methods on the small scale and by modern methods on the commercial scale. The following are the important steps in farm work. Tilling the land. This is an important stage in the process of farming. Activities related to tilling of the land are undertaken at 3 stages: pre-sowing, sowing, and post-sowing stages. Pre-sowing stage. At this stage, the land is plowed and harrowed. By plowing the field, the hard soil is dug up to a certain depth. The soil thus gets loosened. This helps the crop in many ways. When the land is plowed deep, the soil is turned up. This makes the soil friable and suitable for growing the crops. Weeding becomes easier. The stubble and roots of previous crops become loose and are picked out. After that, the soil is evened out and the land is ready for sowing. Loosening the soil exposes the germs and insects in it to the sun and thus kills them. Plowing also helps to aerate the soil. That is, it helps air to enter deeper into the soil. This improves the respiration of the plants and their roots grow stronger and deeper. Loose soil prevents water from flowing away from the surface and helps it to percolate into the soil. In other words, it improves the capacity of the soil to hold the water. The steps involved in tilling the land. 1. The sowing stage. This is the second step in tilling the soil. This includes arranging the soil and sowing the seeds or planting the seedlings. Arranging the soil. A plow or harrows are used to arrange the soil. Soil is arranged in a way suitable for the crop to be grown. Soil may be arranged by cutting furrows, building ridges, or making the beds. Summary. Man has been growing plants down the ages. However, plants have always grown and matured in their wild too. Tilling of the land is done in 3 stages: pre-sowing, sowing, and post-sowing. When the crop is ready, it is harvested, threshed, and properly stored. So that is all in this lesson, student. Grow more trees.